The phone buzzed relentlessly on my nightstand, Luna's name flashing like an accusation in the dim light of my Brooklyn apartment. I stared at it, my heart pounding as I forced myself to ignore the call for the third day in a row, the weight of my unspoken feelings crushing me from the inside. What she did next shattered everything I thought I knew about us, forcing me to confront a love I'd buried deep under layers of fear and denial. It started with a simple text from Luna that morning. "Lucy, what's going on? Call me." But I couldn't. Not after that night at the rooftop party in Manhattan, where the city lights blurred and the alcohol loosened my tongue just enough to almost confess. We'd been best friends since freshman year at NYU, inseparable through late-night study sessions and heartbreak recoveries. Luna, with her sharp wit and infectious laugh, had always been my anchor in the chaos of New York life. But lately, every touch, every shared glance ignited something deeper in me. A desire that terrified me because it threatened to upend our perfect friendship. I paced my small living room, the hardwood floors creaking under my feet, replaying the moment in my mind. "Why are you pulling away?" Her voice echoed from a voicemail I hadn't deleted yet. My family back in conservative upstate New York would never understand. They'd raised me on Sunday church services and traditional values, where love like this was whispered about in hushed, judgmental tones. Dad's voice boomed in my head. "Stick to what's right, Lucy. Don't complicate things." But complicating things was all I could think about. Was I wrong to feel this way? The internal battle raged. Part of me screamed to tell her, to risk it all, while the other whispered warnings of rejection and loss. By evening, guilt gnawed at me like a persistent ache. I grabbed my coat and headed out, needing air to clear my head. The streets of Brooklyn were alive with couples holding hands, families laughing, a stark reminder of the normalcy I craved but couldn't grasp. My phone vibrated again. Another message from Luna. "I'm worried. Please." I typed a response, then deleted it. How could I explain that ignoring her was my way of protecting us both? The fear of her reaction, of society labeling us, of my own self-doubt, held me captive. That night, as I lay in bed, doubts flooded my thoughts. What if she felt the same? We'd shared so many intimate moments, crying over breakups with guys who never measured up, whispering secrets under blankets during sleepovers. But Luna dated men casually, never hinting at anything else. Or had she? Those lingering hugs, the way her eyes softened when she looked at me, were they signs or just my imagination? The moral tug-of-war exhausted me. Was loving her a betrayal of my upbringing, or the truest thing I'd ever felt? The next morning brought no relief. I skipped our usual coffee meetup at the corner cafe, opting instead for a solitary walk in Prospect Park. Birds chirped obliviously as I sat on a bench, staring at my reflection in a puddle. "You're a coward, Lucy," I muttered to myself. The pressure from friends didn't help. Our circle assumed we were just platonic soulmates, but their teasing jokes about us being practically married only amplified my confusion. Society's gaze felt like a spotlight, ready to expose and condemn. When my phone rang again, I almost answered. Almost. But the image of Mom's disappointed face stopped me. Her lectures on proper relationships, echoing from holiday dinners. I'd always been the good daughter, the one who followed the rules. Admitting my feelings for Luna would shatter that illusion, inviting whispers from relatives and stares from strangers. The ethical dilemma clawed at me. Was it fair to drag Luna into my turmoil without knowing if she reciprocated? Hours blurred into regret. I scrolled through old photos of us, graduation hugs, beach days in the Hamptons, each one a stab of what-ifs. By afternoon, a knock echoed through my apartment. My heart leaped. Peeking through the peephole, there she was, Luna, her face etched with worry, fist raised to knock again. I froze, breath caught in my throat. "Lucy, I know you're in there," she called, her voice breaking. Panic surged. What had I done? She didn't leave. Instead, she slid a note under the door. "Talk to me or I'm camping out here." My resolve cracked. Opening the door felt like stepping off a cliff. Luna stormed in, eyes blazing. 3 days, Lucy? No calls, no texts? What the hell? Her words hit like punches, each one exposing the cracks in my facade. I stammered excuses, work stress, family issues, but she saw through them. Bullshit. Something's changed between us. We stood inches apart, the air thick with unspoken truths. My mind raced. Tell her now or lose her forever. The decision loomed, heavy with consequences. In that moment, ignoring her felt like the biggest mistake of my life, but confessing could be even worse. As we argued, layers peeled away. Luna confessed her own fears. Pressure from her immigrant parents to marry well, to fit the mold. I've been hiding too, she admitted softly. My heart stopped. Was this the turning point? But doubt lingered. What if this ruined us? The internal conflict intensified. Every word a step toward revelation or destruction. The argument escalated in my cramped kitchen. Coffee mugs forgotten on the counter as Luna paced back and forth, her frustration boiling over. You think you're the only one struggling, Lucy? My folks expect me to bring home a nice guy, settle down. Anything else is a disgrace. Her words mirrored my own battles, but hearing them aloud made the divide feel insurmountable. I wanted to reach out, to bridge the gap with honesty, but the fear of her pulling away forever kept me silent. We sat on the couch, the silence stretching like a taut wire. Luna's eyes searched mine, pleading for truth. Inside, my thoughts churned. How could I burden her with my feelings when society already stacked the odds against us? Pride parades and progressive laws in New York felt like distant ideals, not the reality of judgmental stares on the subway or whispers at family gatherings. The moral weight pressed down was pursuing the selfish or brave. Finally, I broke. Luna, it's you. It's always been you. The confession tumbled out, raw and unfiltered, hanging in the air like a fragile glass ornament. Her face shifted from confusion to shock, then something unreadable. What do you mean? She whispered, inching closer. My pulse thundered. This was the point of no return, the decision that could forge our bond or shatter it into irreparable pieces. She didn't recoil. Instead, she took my hand, her touch sending electric currents through me. Lucy, I felt it too. But I was scared. Relief flooded me, mingled with terror. We talked late into the night, unraveling years of suppressed emotions. Luna shared her own internal storms. Dates with men that felt hollow, glances at women that stirred forbidden curiosity. My parents would disown me, she said, voice trembling. I nodded, understanding all too well. But joy was short-lived. The next day, reality crashed in. My phone rang, Mom checking in as always. How's that friend of yours, Luna? Such a sweet girl. Her innocent words twisted like a knife. How could I explain? The deception gnawed at me. Hiding our budding relationship felt like a betrayal to myself, yet revealing it risked alienating my family. Ethical quandaries swirled. Was love worth the pain it might cause others? Luna faced similar torments. At her job in a midtown marketing firm, colleagues joked about her single status, assuming heteronormative paths. They'd never look at me the same, she confided over dinner that evening. We stole moments in hidden corners of the city, quiet walks in Central Park, shared whispers in dimly lit bars, but each one carried the weight of secrecy. My mind raced with what-ifs. What if we were outed? The societal pressure felt like an invisible cage, forcing us to question every step. A week later, conflict erupted. Luna's parents visited from Queens, expecting a family dinner. She invited me, but as just a friend. Sitting across from them, fielding questions about boyfriends, I felt like a fraud. Inside, anger simmered. Why couldn't we be open? Luna's glances begged for understanding, but the charade eroded my trust. That night, alone in my bed, doubts crept in. Was this relationship built on lies, doomed from the start? The first betrayal came subtly. Luna canceled plans, citing work, but I spotted her Instagram story. A dinner with an old male friend. Jealousy flared, irrational yet potent. It's nothing, she insisted when confronted. But seeds of doubt took root. My internal monologue raged. Am I overreacting, or is she hedging her bets? The moral dilemma deepened. Trust her or protect my heart? Tensions mounted at a mutual friend's party in Chelsea. Whispers circulated about us being too close, fueling my paranoia. Luna pulled away mid-conversation, laughing with a group of straight couples. Hurt pierced me. Why are you acting like this? I hissed later. Her response cut deep. I can't handle the pressure right now. The words echoed my fears. Perhaps she wasn't ready for the sacrifices this love demanded. Days blurred into a cycle of arguments and reconciliations. Each clash exposed raw vulnerabilities. Luna's fear of familial rejection, my own battle with self-acceptance. Society's lens amplified everything. News stories of discrimination, casual homophobia in everyday chatter. The price we paid was emotional exhaustion, every decision laced with potential loss. One evening, as rain pattered against my window, Luna showed up unannounced. "I can't do this halfway," she declared, eyes fierce. We embraced, vowing to face it together. But deep down I wondered, at what cost? The path ahead loomed with confrontations, each one a test of our resolve. The turning point came during a weekend getaway to the Catskills, meant to escape the city's suffocating gaze. Driving upstate, Luna's hand on mine felt like a promise, but underlying tensions simmered. "What if we just stay like this forever, hidden?" she mused. My stomach twisted. Hiding meant denying ourselves, but exposure invited chaos. The ethical crossroads haunted me. Was authenticity worth the fallout? Arriving at the cabin, we unpacked in silence, the rustic air doing little to ease my mind. That night, over a flickering fire, confessions poured out. Luna admitted to confiding in a coworker about us, seeking advice. She was supportive, Luna said, but betrayal stung. "You told someone without me?" My voice rose, echoing old wounds. Trust fractured. The decision to share our secret unilaterally felt like a violation. The argument spiraled. "I'm suffocating, Lucy. I need to talk to someone." Her words revealed her own inner turmoil. Pressure from cultural expectations clashing with personal desires. I understood, yet resentment built. Back in the city, the rift widened. I withdrew, echoing my initial ignorance, but this time with purpose. My thoughts churned. Am I punishing her or protecting us? Society's hand forced the next move. At a family reunion in Albany, Mom cornered me. "You're distant lately. Is there a boy?" Her probing ignited panic. Lying felt easier, but each falsehood chipped at my soul. "No, Mom. Just busy." The deception weighed heavy, a moral compromise I despised. Meanwhile, Luna faced her own interrogation, her parents pushing blind dates, oblivious to her truth. A damaging confrontation unfolded at work. My boss, overhearing a phone call with Luna, made a snide remark. "Sounds intense for just friends." The implication hung like a threat, amplifying workplace anxiety. Internal conflict raged. Deny it and betray myself, or own it and risk professional repercussions? I chose silence, but the cost was isolation. Luna's response to the pressure was a shocking pivot. She suggested we take a break to figure things out. Maybe date others, see if this is real. Her words landed like a gut punch. Was this her way out? Jealousy and hurt consumed me. "You're betraying us," I accused. She countered. "I'm trying to be honest." The exchange left scars, each decision exacting a toll on our bond. In the aftermath, I sought solace in therapy, unpacking layers of internalized shame. The therapist's questions mirrored my own. "What are you willing to sacrifice for love?" Answers eluded me. Luna, meanwhile, went on a date, a test, she called it. Learning about it via a mutual friend felt like ultimate betrayal. Rage boiled. How could she? We met in a neutral cafe, tension thick as fog. "It meant nothing," she insisted, tears streaming. But doubt lingered. My mind screamed, forgive or walk away. The moral ambiguity tore at me. Was her action understandable under pressure, or unforgivable? Reconciliation attempts faltered. A heated phone call devolved into accusations. "You're too scared to fight for us," Luna shouted. "And you're too reckless," I fired back. Each word widened the chasm, highlighting the societal forces pitting us against each other. Yet glimmers of hope emerged. Luna cut ties with unsupportive friends, a small but significant sacrifice. I confided in a trusted cousin, testing the waters of openness. Her acceptance bolstered me, but the journey was fraught with setbacks. Every step forward demanded payment, emotional drain fractured relationships. As weeks passed, we navigated the minefield together, decisions shaping our fate. But lurking beneath was the fear of greater losses ahead. The high-stakes drama intensified, each choice a gamble with our hearts. The climax built inexorably during Pride Month, when New York streets pulsed with celebration and protest. Luna wanted to attend the parade together, openly. "It's time," she urged. Terror gripped me, visions of judgmental eyes, potential family fallout. What if someone sees us? My voice cracked, exposing raw vulnerability. The decision loomed. Embrace visibility or cling to shadows. We argued fiercely in my apartment, voices echoing off walls. Hiding is killing me, Lucy. Luna's plea pierced my defenses. Internally I wrestled. Was my fear justified, or a barrier to true freedom? Society's mixed messages, acceptance in ads, discrimination in laws, confused the moral landscape. In the end I agreed, but unease festered. At the parade, rainbow flags waved amid cheers, but I scanned crowds for familiar faces. Luna's hand in mine felt defiant, yet exhilarating. For a moment joy overrode doubt. But reality intruded, a text from my brother. Saw pics online. What's going on? Panic surged. The exposure I dreaded arrived, demanding accountability. Confrontations cascaded. Mom called, voice laced with disappointment. This isn't you, Lucy. Think about the family. Her words evoked childhood sermons on sin, clashing with my evolving self. I love her, Mom. The admission hung heavy, a line drawn in sand. Silence followed, then tears, hers and mine. The price: strained ties, potential estrangement. Luna faced worse. Her parents discovered through social media, erupting in fury. You're disgracing us, her father thundered over the phone. She hung up, collapsing in sobs. Was it worth it? She whispered. My heart ached. Her sacrifice for us now a wound. Ethical questions swirled. Had I pushed her too far? Betrayal struck again, this time from within our circle. A friend spread rumors, twisting our story into scandal. Workplace whispers intensified. My performance suffered under stress. Luna lost a client, blaming subtle bias. The toll mounted. Sleepless nights eroded confidence. Each damage a reminder of love's cost in a judgmental world. In desperation we sought community support, joining a LGBTQ group in Brooklyn. Stories shared their mirrored ours. Familial rejection, societal hurdles. One woman's tale of reconciliation inspired hope, but another's of permanent loss fueled fear. My internal dialogue intensified. Fight on or concede defeat? A pivotal decision came during a heated therapy session. You both must choose, the counselor said. Luna proposed moving forward openly, no matter the fallout. I can't go back. Her resolve challenged mine. Agreeing meant embracing uncertainty. Refusing risked losing her. The ultimate test arrived at a family intervention. My parents flew in, faces stern. This phase ends now, Dad declared. Defiance rose in me. It's not a phase. It's who I am. Luna stood by my side, her presence a silent vow. The clash was brutal. Accusations of influence, pleas for normalcy. We left amid tears, bonds frayed but not broken. Luna's family mirrored the drama. A confrontation at their home devolved into shouts, cultural clashes amplifying pain. Choose us or her, they demanded. Luna's tearful response. I choose love. The word severed ties, a heartbreaking trade-off. In the wake we leaned on each other, wounds fresh but healing. Society's gaze softened in pockets, supportive friends emerged, but the scars remained. Every choice had exacted payment, reshaping us irreversibly. Recovery was a slow burn, marked by small victories amid lingering shadows. We moved in together in a cozy Queens apartment, a symbol of commitment. But echoes of betrayal and loss haunted us. Luna's strained calls with her parents ended in silence. Mine with family tiptoed around the truth. The moral reckoning persisted. Had our decisions been right or reckless? Daily life tested our resilience. At a neighborhood block party, stares and whispers reminded us of ongoing prejudice. Ignore them, Luna said, but inside doubt festered. Was this the life we wanted, constant vigilance? My thoughts turned inward. The price of authenticity, lost connections, heightened anxiety, versus the suffocation of denial. A fresh conflict arose when Luna reconnected with an ex. Just as friends. Jealousy flared anew, old wounds reopening. Trust me, she pleaded. But memories of her earlier date fueled suspicion. The argument peaked. You're still hedging, I accused. Her retort. And you're still hiding parts of yourself. The exchange forced introspection. Were we truly ready or repeating cycles? Therapy helped unpack the layers. Love demands sacrifice, the counselor noted. We committed to transparency, but each step revealed new cracks. Society's role loomed large, media stories of triumphs and tragedies mirroring our path. Pride events bolstered us, yet news of hate crimes chilled. The final awakening came during a quiet evening walk. Luna stopped, turning to me. Despite everything, I'd choose this again. Her words ignited hope, but also reflection on the toll. Families mended slowly, tentative olive branches from my side, radio silence from hers. Friends divided. Some faded, others strengthened. As months passed, we built a new normal, decisions forging our future. But the drama's residue lingered. Emotional scars altered worldviews. Each confrontation had taught lessons in resilience, the cost of love in a divided world. In the end, our story wasn't a fairy tale, but a testament to human frailty and strength. We emerged changed, bound by shared trials. Yet, questions remained, probing the heart of our choices. Was hiding our love initially the safer path? Or did it only prolong inevitable pain?